Last week in the gospel, if you remember, a trick question was posed to Jesus. They asked him about paying the tax to Caesar, and they thought they could catch him. No matter which way he answered, someone would be upset. But this week, a scholar asks him an earnest question, and everyone is satisfied with Jesus' response. An observation about the Old Testament taken as a whole is that it is an account of the establishment of the covenant. I will be your God and you will be my people. And then through the centuries of that covenant being repeatedly tested, stretched, and sometimes pretty close to broken. And repeatedly, God intervenes through events and through the prophets to get it back on track. The New Testament is the account of the perfect fix in humanity's relationship with God, the incarnation, the resurrection, Jesus Christ. History, however, tells us that just like in the Old Testament, throughout the centuries, we Christians manage to still get things wrong every once in a while, and great saints and figures were sent along to save and to purify the church. Francis of Assisi, St. Ignatius Loyola, and Mother Teresa of Calcutta are just some of them. One recurring mistake throughout humanity's relationship with God has been the tendency to make religious communities exclusive. When a group grows insular or rule-oriented, it becomes increasingly difficult to be welcoming to strangers and even to former members. Someone once observed that gated communities don't encourage visitors. In the first reading from the book of Exodus, the Lord instructs us towards kindness to the alien, compassion to the poor, and fairness in lending. It's the root of what we have come to know as the Golden Rule. Treat others as you would have them treat you. In the gospel, Jesus makes clear that all the law and the prophets' teaching can be summed up in these two commandments: love God and love neighbor. St. Pope John Paul II called division among Christians a scandal on Jesus' work. He said to believe in Christ means to desire unity, and we all know that he energetically promoted ecumenism during his papacy. He was pained by the number of different communities that called themselves Christians but quarreled with one another. And sadly, there is division within the Catholic Church too. Pope Francis has been subjected to odious abuse by some websites and bloggers. We are the Canton Catholic community. Presently, we consist of two parishes, St. Gerard Majella and St. John the Evangelist. In recent days, we have notified parishioners by mail, by email, by social media, and on our websites of our plans to merge our two parishes into a single entity. The process begins with us thinking of ourselves as Catholics first, and secondly, as members of a particular parish. In recent years, Our combined revenue has been about $850,000 and our expenses just over $1 million. That is not a sustainable model. Additionally, it is apparent that each church has sufficient seating capacity for masses. Depleting reserves and using every penny received for maintenance of underutilized and aging buildings stands in the way of offering more and varied life-giving ministries, devotions, and programs. Initially, things will look similar. Over time, we can assess our facilities and explore options. In addition to reminding ourselves that our Catholic identity surpasses our parish affiliation, we will need the grace to be open to new ideas in new ways. We will have to treat one another and one another's ideas and opinions in accordance with the lesson of today's first reading. We will be establishing multiple committees and working groups in the months ahead to review all the issues related to the task. Please be open to sharing your expertise. If you know something about facilities, engineering, fundraising, finance, there will be a committee for you. If you've had experience with a merger in another realm, we'd love your help. There must be folks in our community who've either had experience with or at least studied strategic planning. If so, please volunteer. Jesus reminds us in today's gospel that all the law is based on love of God and love of neighbors. We are neighbors. We love God. Let's work together to build a dynamic and a sustainable Catholic parish.